Morning, everybody. I got a men's aftershave skincare hack for scar tissue, dark spots, and acne. I've shared this on a video before, but I shaved for like 5 minutes before I shared it. So, what it is it is emu oil, licorice root, and castor oil. So the licorice root has a couple of compounds that stop the formation of I don't think it's quite melanin. It's the dark spots that form in scar tissue. So it's melanin and some other things that create these, dark patches. Like I have one on my nose, and it's almost gone, after like a week. I've had spots that have been there for years that faded away very shortly with licorice root. It also aids in the skin healing process for the scar tissue formation, as well as calming down inflammation throughout the entire area. The emu oil actually carries the compounds down into the dermis, and the ricinoleic acid in the castor oil also carries that down into microcapillaries. So these three things together is like a huge powerhouse. Castor oil and emu together, the ricinoleic acid in the castor and the emu oil's properties allow things to pass through the 7 layers of the skin into the dermis, like down into the deeper layers, which typically the skin is pretty good at not letting that happen because we gotta, that's what the skin is for, to protect things from getting in. But yeah, so after I shave, obviously, there's a bunch of little slight, small open spots. And so while I'm shaving, I put about 2 drops of the licorice root on, just because it's antibacterial and helps with stopping bacteria getting into the pores. But then after, I put together this mixture, which I should have done on camera, but it's about 5 drops of licorice root, 1 squirt of emu, and 2 drops of castor. So now what I do is I just mix this around. Just a minute. All right. Obviously mixing it around is just mixing it around. The castor oil has a bit of a, I don't know, it's definitely more like viscous, gooey almost. While emu oil kind of just spreads thin and almost isn't there, castor kind of keeps this like, I don't even know, this very like lubricant kind of feeling. But they work amazing together. So you mix them together, and you just apply it evenly over the entire face. And you sort of want to stretch the skin as you don't stretch your skin too much. But, to get it worked into the pores, sort of pull the skin. As you pull it, all those tiny little holes will stretch and relax and sort of help work it into the pores and stuff. Now, you'll notice that I have some blemishes. Been working with them for a while. But the scar tissue is healing very nicely. So I'm positive that they're not going to be visible after they're healed, like others I've had in my past, where I did not use these types of things and they left little pock marks. Ever since I've started doing there's a couple things, I'll make some more videos. It's not just the licorice root and this stuff, there's others. But since I've started doing them, I use all natural products. I don't use Accutane, I don't use any of that kind of stuff. I don't even use over-the-counter stuff besides a deep clean facial wash like once a month. So yeah, it's all herbal stuff. Doesn't have any dangers on my kidneys or anything else. And with consistency, it works freaking amazing. And then I have a couple of their recipes for hair growth and stimulation, which works so well that when I was using it for scar tissue repair, it actually caused my eyebrow to start growing into my hairline. So I had to stop using that combination because it works for hair growth as well as scar tissue. When in my 20s, I had a bunch of acne here, and it created a bunch of scars, which are pretty much non-existent now. But the hairline was literally, I had all of these thick eyebrow hairs growing into my hairline, and I had to stop using it. The scar tissue was taken care of, but I had to pluck random hairs. It was like, so if anyone's balding, you could definitely use that regimen, which I haven't told you yet. But you can use that along with any other stuff that you're getting over the counter from a doctor, just to like increase the benefits, Because the things that I do, I don't usually stimulate like hormonal stuff. I stimulate cellular and metabolic issues that are causing the problems. So I don't like to say, oh, I need some finasteride for my hair because my hair's not growing. I think that's a terrible way to make sure that once you stop taking that finasteride, you're bald because your body's not making follicle stimulating hormone, or it's just not doing the things it's supposed to do. Your body says, oh, I'm not having to make it anymore. Cool, I won't. So, for me, I want my body to keep making its own stuff until I'm 60 or something. Then maybe I'll go for the whole, look maxing thing. But look maxing at my age, I don't want to look 60 by the time I'm 40, man. All right. You guys have a good day. Love you all. Bye.